Awareness is the starting point of a communication strategy that I call intentional consideration. Every message, whether personal or institutional, creates an effect on another person. There's power in knowing how to shape your messages to achieve that effect, but targeting other people's motivations, concerns, or perceptions starts with awareness of your own objectives. The first dimension of strategic awareness is clarity of purpose. Communicators frequently speak or act without explicitly identifying the outcome they want to achieve. In personal and business settings, this can lead to messages that are misdirected or counterproductive. Strategic awareness requires the communicator to ask what they are trying to achieve, what response they hope for, and what relationship dynamic do they want to create. Strategic awareness also involves recognizing that your perspective is just one part of the interaction. People will interpret what you say through their own experiences, interests, and assumptions. Strategic awareness prompts you to recognize that the most important person in any conversation is the other guy. Knowing this helps you to shape your message and appeal to their interests. In interpersonal communication, strategic awareness influences tone, timing, and framing. When you know not just what you want to say, but why you want to say it, you can better consider how your words will be received. A request, offer, or criticism can be expressed in many ways. Without strategic awareness, such messages can come off as self-centered. With awareness, the communicator can pause to think about who the other person is, how they'll hear the message, and whether the message will get you what you want. This doesn't require suppressing your own needs or agenda, but it recognizes that the expression you choose can help you get what you want. Strategic awareness improves interpersonal communication by aligning your expression with your intended outcomes. It's the same in business, where strategic awareness should be a discipline. Organizations commonly communicate from an internal perspective, explaining what they produce, what they believe, or what they want customers or employees to do. Strategic awareness shifts the focus toward how communication will actually be received by the audience. Leaders and communicators begin by asking what they care about, what shapes their point of view, how will my messages be heard. This awareness enables organizations to move from self-focused to audience-focused communication. The result resonates because it acknowledges the cares and concerns of the people receiving it. Another critical element of strategic awareness is the recognition of assumptions. Communicators often assume they understand how others will interpret a message or what they value. Too often, these assumptions remain unexamined. Strategic awareness helps us to ask, are we assuming the audience shares our priorities? Are we interpreting their motivations accurately? Could our messages be misunderstood? This reflective process helps prevent the misalignment that can occur when communicators project their own perspectives onto others. Strategic awareness can be understood as a form of metacognition, the ability to observe and regulate one's own communicative behavior as it happens. Rather than simply speaking or acting, the communicator becomes aware of the process itself, what they're trying to accomplish, how their message is constructed, how it may affect others. This self-awareness enables more deliberate and thoughtful communication. It allows the communicator to adjust the language, tone, and framing to better align with both purpose and audience understanding. Intentional consideration builds on strategic awareness. When a communicator becomes aware of their purpose and the presence of other perspectives, they can begin to deliberately incorporate those perspectives into the communication itself. Without awareness, consideration happens inconsistently. Communication remains driven by habit or impulse. Consideration of other reveals new choices available to the communicator. Strategic awareness benefits interpersonal relationships and organizational communication equally because it increases the likelihood that messages will produce constructive outcomes. When communicators understand both their purpose and the perspective of their audience, they can reduce misunderstanding, anticipate objections or concerns, build trust and credibility, and encourage cooperation and engagement. Strategic awareness serves both relational and strategic goals. The effectiveness of a message can depend less on what is said than how it is framed. Intentional consideration ensures that framing is purposeful, aligning communication with the perceptions and motivations of the people whose interests we are aiming to appeal. Powered by strategic insight, it shifts communication from automatic expression to deliberate interaction.